Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. So in today's video, let's discuss the monetization part of chatbots like ChatGPT, BARD, Bing, and maybe others that will come out. Because at the moment, right, the fears that we were talking about, I don't know, a couple of X videos back when it comes to the search revenue, right? If chatbots like Bing and ChatGPT, BARD are going to be extremely successful, this is going to cannibalize businesses, the search business. Since right now, search, you're looking for something, you get a list of things, top 2 or 3 spots are the one that are sponsored links, got some advertising when you click on the link, etc. But if you're going to spend all your time searching, browsing on the internet just by using a chatbot, of course, one, Google, Microsoft, DuckDuckGo, doesn't matter, will not have the opportunity to give you these ads, these sponsored links. And if you're not going to click on any links, of course, the ads on those pages, the publishers, the content creators are not going to get paid anymore as well. We've talked about these fears. This is obviously something that all of these companies are currently working on. Now, on the flip side, companies like OpenAI, ChatGPT, right? We've heard the announcements, plugins. We're going to talk about plugins in this video as well. I am mind blown, but I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised that it will be possible to just write on ChatGPT. I have a holiday coming up between, I don't know, March, or now we're in April. So April 5th until April 15. I want to go to Alaska. What are the cheapest flights from New York to Alaska during those dates? Book me a hotel as well. I need twin beds, breakfast included. Hook me up with a plugin with Expedia or Booking. I know they're working with Expedia. We're going to have a look at that later on as well. Pretty easy. Now, the same can be done with a lot of other things. So, monetization-wise, for a company like OpenAI, ChatGPT, what will that be like right now? Subscription, right? You want to use it professionally, $20 a month. Now, going forward, they could monetize it way better. Maybe some advertising in the chat, maybe with the plugins. They'll create their own OpenAI app store with those plugins, right? Would be the same thing as with Apple and Google. I don't know what their cut will be, but there's probably going to be something there, whether it's pay-per-use, right? If I'm using, I don't know, the Expedia plugin or Instacart or whatnot, then it's going to be pay-per-use or maybe just a basic subscription. So those are one of the ways you could monetize a chatbot. You could obviously take ChatGPT or Bing or whatnot, take that API integrated on your website, and you have that chatbot on your website already natively instead of always going to ChatGPT website, logging in, etc. It's already available, integrated on your website. They're going to get paid this way as well. There are many, many other ways that they could monetize such a technology, which we're going to talk about in a bit. We're also going to touch on what Microsoft has announced. And of course, I'll have to talk about, again, Google and BARD and how ridiculously behind they are on certain things. And then at the end, the plugins, which again should blow your mind. But first, quick reminder. ChatGPT, Microsoft Bing, the trends here in the United States in the past 12 months. Of course, huge hype, whatever you want to call it, for ChatGPT. But some of you might actually think that the attention, the trend is dying down. But no, at the contrary, we're actually now at all-time highs. Of course, when you look at Bing, not that much when you compare it to ChatGPT. But ChatGPT, back February, when the huge announcements were made, it reached a peak there. Then we went down a little bit, stabilized for a couple of weeks. But more recently, I think because of the plugin announcements, suddenly we reached another all-time high. So for those of you that think that, oh, people have already forgot about ChatGPT, I don't think so. I think it's just going to be bigger and bigger. And again, more people might use ChatGPT. A lot of people might be studying using Bing. Like I said, I've been using Bing for 3 months now, even before the announcements were made. Pretty happy. And since BARD is not that accessible to anyone right now, I've used it. Wasn't that great, to be honest. I made a tweet about it. I will show it on the screen. I asked it about the sacked manager in the Premier League for this season. Basically gave me managers that haven't been in the Premier League for the last 1.5 seasons, maybe even 2 seasons. I tried to correct it 3 times. 3 times it said, "You're right, I made a mistake," but then continued on making that same mistake over and over again. How is this possible? You're Google, right? You have 90+% market share. Most of the data is on there. It can't search like me. Like if I go on Google and I search sacked manager for the season 2022-2023, I'll get a link with the results. Why can't BARD as a super intelligent AI chatbot reach that same result? I don't know. I'm baffled. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not. I know we talk a lot about AI recently, Microsoft, Google, but me personally, I'm very, very excited about this revolution. I've been using Midjourney, ChatGPT, Bing daily for the last couple of weeks for sure. Do share your thoughts about your experience with that. What are you using it for? Are you using it daily? Yes, no? Let me know down in the comments below. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. So what better way to start this video than by asking ChatGPT how will companies like Bing, OpenAI, or Google monetize chatbots? So there are several ways that companies like Bing, OpenAI, or Google can monetize chatbots. Of course, I don't think it truly understood the question deeply, like maybe how do I monetize what I'm using right now. It's also maybe putting in together chatbots, the one that we're used to. For example, if you go click to message those ads on Facebook, then it opens Messenger, some automated messages there. That's included in the chatbots, I would assume. Anyways, number one, subscription fees. Companies can charge a subscription fee to businesses that want to use their chatbots on their website or other digital channels. Pay-per-use. Companies can charge businesses for each integration their chatbot has with a customer. Number three, advertising. Companies can sell advertising space with their chatbots, allowing businesses to promote their products or services. I think this is going to be very, very popular. And obviously, we're going to have a talk about this after this list. Microsoft already announced something. Number four, data collection. Chatbots can collect valuable customer data such as preferences and buying habits, which companies can use to improve their marketing strategies or sell to third-party companies. Now, of course, with the whole privacy thing these days, I don't really think that number four is that valuable today, right now. I know everybody's working on their own. We have the Trade Desk with Unify ID 2.0, Apple with their own monopoly scam there when it comes to privacy, and then obviously now Meta working on their own first-party data system with AI. So there is that. Then number five, enterprise solutions. Companies can offer customized chatbot solutions to enterprise customers, such as chatbots that can handle customer service inquiries or automate internal workflows. Already happens today. White labeling. Companies can offer their chatbot as a white label solution, allowing businesses to brand and customize the chatbot to fit their specific needs. I think that's probably going to happen. I think that's probably the next step after plugins. Now let's go back to monetization, to helping publishers, helping creators. To that, we're going to go on a blog here by Microsoft. So driving more traffic and value to publishers from the new Bing. So they say here, and this, again, this is mind-blowing because let's face it, I don't know how many people actually used Bing before, but right now they say there are now more than 100 million daily active users of Bing. New scenarios like chat are driving engagement, including more than 100 million chats. Of the millions of users in preview, 1/3 are new Bing, creating net new opportunities for publishers. This is still early data, but the signs are encouraging. Of course, the more and more BARD is delayed or not as good, the more this number will increase. So, what will they do? What are their goals? First, they want to drive more traffic to publishers in this new world of search. It is a top goal for us, and we measure success in part by how much traffic we are sending from the new Bing Edge browser. Second, we want to increase revenue to publishers. We seek to do this by both driving more traffic to them through new features like chat and answers, and by also pioneering the future of advertising in these new mediums, as they will describe below. Lastly, we want to go about this in a collaborative fashion, working with the industry to continue to foster a healthy ecosystem. Now, someone on Twitter already gave us a little example there. So this is DD. So basically, which is the cheapest Honda car? He got a response here. The cheapest Honda car for 2023 is the Civic Sport, which starts at around 24,650 according to TrueCar. And then you see this little pop-up here, ad. This is an ad. The next part of the answer is also an ad. So not that intrusive, but at least you know this is an ad. Will this drive more traffic to these websites? Most likely yes, even though some people don't like the fact that these are ads, because then there is this question whether or not you're getting the best answer or you're getting the answer of the person that paid more. Anyways, this is one of the ways they'll monetize it. Secondly, as we look to continue to evolve the model together, we shared some early ideas we are exploring, including an expanded hover experience where hovering over a link from a publisher will display more links from that publisher, giving the user more ways to engage and driving more traffic to the publisher's website. I'll ask you this. If you're using Bing, the chatbot, right, and you see something like this, you hover, or maybe you just have an answer, how many times have you clicked through the link and gone on the publisher's website? To me, I think 80 to 90% of the time, I'm happy with the answer I get. The other 10 to 20% is because I wasn't that happy with the answer I got. I wanted more information, so then I clicked and went through the website. But what do you think about this? Then number 2, they say here, for our Microsoft Start partners, placing a rich caption of Microsoft Start licensed content beside the chat answer, helping to drive more user engagement with the content on Microsoft Start, where we share the ad revenue with the partner. We're also exploring placing ads in the chat experience to share the ad revenue with partners whose content contributed to the chat response. For those of you that don't know what Microsoft Start is, let's ask Bing. So Microsoft Start is a program that helps creators grow their audience and monetize their content by matching their content with interested readers. The program offers a creator program that allows creators to earn ad revenue and benefit from direct support from their readers as they build their following. Now here, if you want more information, you see I can hover over this and then suddenly it gives me that, pop-up and the link. Of course, there's no ad here. It's still not available to anyone, that pop-up with the ad. But again, if you want more information, you hover over it and then you get all the links where the information is coming from. So there you have the information when it comes to Microsoft Start. So that was a few ways of how I think all of the big players will probably monetize their chatbots, their search bots, let's call them, right? Google already does it right now pretty well. So I don't think it's going to be such an issue for them to monetize it. The issue right now is that their bot, BARD, just isn't that good. And it's a shame because I really don't know how they got to this point. And I'm sure for those of you that have listened to the All In podcast, when they talked about the Sergey and I forgot the other founder's name, they're most likely going to use their founder shares to have a lot of influence on the next steps that Alphabet will be taking. Now, before we end this video, let me show you the plugins, what I'm talking about. And it's a very exciting step towards a new type of search. So right now, these are the select partners that are working with OpenAI to integrate plugins. Some of you might be familiar, right? Expedia, Klarna, Wolfram, Zapier, Shop, Kayak, Instacart, these three here, I have no idea. But Shop, we already showed on this channel. The video will pop up on the screen. Now, for example, Instacart and Wolfram, and then there is also one here, OpenTable. I'll give you the example that they have shown us.
Today I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT to do some simple meal planning. First, let's head to the plugin store to install the necessary plugins. Next, let's ask ChatGPT for a restaurant recommendation on Saturday, a recipe for Sunday, the total calorie count, and to order the ingredients on Instacart. First, it's using OpenTable to find me a great restaurant for Saturday. For Sunday, it's finding me a simple recipe, and it's asking Wolfram Alpha to calculate the calories. 862, great. Now let's make the shopping list. All right, all we have to do to order the ingredients is click the link.
To me, this is mind-blowing and certainly a game changer for the travel industry, food, grocery shopping, I don't know, countless other things for sure. And again, this is another way you could monetize probably chatbots as well. These plugins will basically be the next generation of apps. As I said at the start of this video, new type of app store. What are the economics there? Remains to be seen. But overall, these are the options, right? For companies like Microsoft, Google, ChatGPT, OpenAI, and other companies that want to challenge those giants. These are the options right now, the ways to monetize such a thing. Of course, for giants like Microsoft and Google, it's all about, well, making sure that you can advertise and the results are as good as the traditional search, because otherwise it's not going to work. But if they can prove that this is the next best thing, if they can prove that traffic is still flowing through those websites, and if the amount of traffic is not on par as before, is there another way to compensate that? In my opinion, yes, there is. Just an easier way to click that buy button, probably. If you can ask just to travel, book me a hotel, if you get there in 2 minutes instead of 10 minutes, I think that's a huge W. But of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below when it comes to the whole revamp of search and the monetization of it when it comes to chatbots. Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I see you all in the next one. Bye bye.